Becoming your strongest financial self? Good plan. Northwestern Mutual's guide to good financial planning can help you balance spending and saving, set goals, and start creating the life you want to be living. Get it today at northwesternmutual.com/goodplan. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hey, it's Brian, and I love sign seal delivered. Hey, it's Panda, and I like sign sealed and delivered. Hey, it's Dan. And I kind of despise sign sealed delivered. This is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. It's terrible. You know, there was a time.
I hated that.
There was a time early on in the history of this show where I think it was maybe mid-season 1 where I was like, why don't we pre-record that? I talked to you about it. Why don't we pre-record just like the normal intro?
Yeah.
And we decided against it just for like little like nuance to like tell episodes apart. And I think it's safe to say that while I appreciate where our show has been going, the intro has maybe gotten out of hand. Could we agree there?
No.
No?
I got no takers than it's ever been.
Okay, so going to be outvoted there.
That's not what you said in show prep.
You said you said when you came up with the idea for whiny boys.
Guys, what if to open the show, Brain, you did like a really whiny voice?
God, what
I love about our show is that every intro is different and they all slay.
I think we should just record it and then just play it back every episode.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, no, we would never do that. That's a terrible.
What do you mean whiny?
Whiny, like yeah, you know how you do.
That's not going to work. It's going to be irritating.
You think that'll be funny?
I think it's going to be hilarious.
Rig, what do you think?
Oh, I think it's a bad idea. Dan don't know what he's talking about.
Give me
you go big. You go big on the opening.
What do you mean?
Big, like language. NSFW. You know what I mean?
No.
Go hard.
Can you give me an example?
I can't on the program right now in show prep. We have a no language rule in the show prep. You know that.
Right.
That swear bucket is full. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
You know what you mean.
Almost done, ninjas.
So it's clear as crystal.
It's
Dan.
clear as crystal. Why did we record that one and why? Like, it's wild that I would try to get by with that on the show. I don't know what I'm thinking.
This is what you always do, though. You always
so inconsistent.
You are always, you are one way. You're like, you got it.
Come on, let's go. You got it.
You're like Jesus' brother.
James?
Yes.
James, the brother of Jesus?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Can you
in that you're always like, should he even be included?
I think James was always, aside from not being the son of God, I think James was pretty much included.
That's what I'm saying. Should he be?
You're asking if James, brother of Jesus, should be included as the son of God.
Is that what you're asking?
I feel like we're too close to Easter to do this conversation.
All right, fine. I'll put a reminder on my phone for 2 months from now.
Okay, got it. Then
We'll circle
back to the James, like right around Memorial Day like maybe mid-June.
That's good Memorial Day stuff.
That is great Memorial Day.
But right in the middle of Lent, we can't do
There's
this.
never a bad time for heresy except during the Lent season.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Everybody knows that Lent is a no heresy zone.
Yep, no
heresy zone. Psalm Live. Phenomenal.
Yep.
Gosh,
unbelievable.
Don't bring the kids though.
No. There's caution tape around the outside. They do it everywhere they go. Like people think it's an actual like active crime scene.
Yep.
It isn't. It's just how they set it up.
If you look, it says heresy. It's crossed out on the tape.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Guys, that actually sounds like a great Christian band.
Guys, we're talking Sign Seal Delivered. I don't know.
Winter Jam's coming. Just let you know, I just saw the thing for it. Somehow it's just now coming.
Oh my gosh.
How is Winter Jam just now coming? Isn't winter like over in a week?
Yeah, I think they got tied up in the Midwest. And they were like, oh no!
Skillet's like, I'm not coming out of my trailer until spring.
Skillet saw their shadow.
John Cooper's like, we can't stop war in the winter. We got to make war in the spring and in the summer and in the fall. You got to make war. I'm John Cooper.
John Cooper's kind of turned into no heresy zone.
Yeah, a little bit.
John Cooper is Christianity's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Joe Rogan Show. Nah, that Joe Rogan.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan Show. Now that Joe Rogan. It's me, Rick Dilby, with my good friend Joe Rogan. How you doing, Joe?
It's Joe.
Joe, why do you sound different every week?
Shove off. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, cans. Should we recycle them or just let them sit there?
Personally, can I get something off my chest?
Please
I've been
do,
having
Joe.
a lot on my chest for a
Please
while
do.
now.
Get it off your chest, big guy.
I'm not entirely convinced that recycling is real.
Okay.
I understand that there are blue bags and there are green bags. And I understand that there is one truck that picks up the blue ones. But don't they all have you ever gotten in your car and followed it?
I cannot say that I have. No.
Then where do you think it goes?
Oh, I don't know. But I put out cigarettes just on open tabletop, so I'm not really the guy to ask.
And while I'm talking about this, can I bring up James, the brother of Jesus, please? May I? Or are we?
It's November right now. I think you're good.
Okay, good. Joe Rogan Show, not that Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
You guys ready to talk about?
Podcast is really taking off.
Yeah, this is
It's
great.
unbelievable. Man,
You guys ready to talk about Science Hill Delivered Season 1, Episode 9? We're
Yes.
almost done with the one and only season.
This week and next week, and then it's the movies.
And it's the movies. We're going to the movies. I hope they play a little Regal roller coaster beforehand. Welcome to the movies.
Today.
It's for no one at home, but everyone in this room. I should have never changed the song, and I think we can all agree there.
Well, yeah. When that popcorn hit,
Oh,
slapped every time.
whoa!
The one that I like, because I'm older than you guys, is they had the girl that played Curly Sue talking in the saloon, but the voice was Jack Palance. You remember that?
You've showed me this video.
Oh, man. That was a real life
Yeah.
thing that happened at the
Yeah.
movies.
Cool.
Now we just got to sit through. I'm Mr. Unlimited.
That's right.
Don't
Where's
want that.
Golden at when you need him?
I'm golden.
Golden.
Man, the people that are going to frequent the Regal theaters are going to love this set.
Yeah, if you hit
people that go
Regal,
to Regal all the time. You know what?
You AMC schlubs. Get out of here. The Treasure Box.
I
is the
also
name.
did see AMC Schleps live. Also fantastic.
Wow.
We don't have time for it, but it's
Originally aired on June 15th, 2014. Rippy, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Brett. How about you?
Doing good, man.
Hey, have you ever heard about James? I think he's the brother of Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what the thing that James got the most mad at Jesus about?
What's that?
He didn't float him a nap. Float me a nap.
Playing.
Do I have to be a deity for you to float me a nap? Do I got to walk on the water for you to float me a nap? Do I got to turn water into wine for my ribs for you to float me a nap? Please be still and float me a nap.
Playing Jesus advocate here, if I may. Is there a chance that Jesus just didn't have
Jesus
Any-
always had naps.
any naps on his robe?
No, he
as
had the naps.
as a Bible and theology teacher, he always had a nap.
He had a nap.
Maybe he thought he needed it later.
Oh, he had extras. Float me a nap. Need a
So
nap.
you're saying that Jesus,
I've been dogging them
who,
bones today.
hold on, you're saying that Jesus, who sacrificially gave everything, withheld naps
just can't believe we're doing
for
it.
kicks and
On
giggles,
a
Rippy.
signed, sealed, delivered episode.
Rippy,
Yeah,
tell me what you mean.
float me a nap. Just float me one. I've been dogging them bones today.
He has been dogging those bones today. Do you have a nap for him?
I do not have a nap for me.
You're really wrecking my bud. All you gotta do is have a nap. You got all those fancy buttons and rainbow colors with no nap. You call yourself a producer. Don't even have a nap.
Well, something
Your
like this.
hair's bad.
That's unnecessary.
I like my hair. I think my
I
hair's
like your hair too, buddy. Rick said your hair, that's just unnecessary. I think your hair looks great. Your hair's bad. That was unnecessary.
That was mean.
And so was like taking down Jesus like that.
Wait a minute.
He did not take him down.
Yeah, he was lifting him up.
Yeah.
You.
What do you mean?
Well, I think
How was Rippy was on James's side? Did you guys miss it? Did you guys miss it? He said he was pro James here. He was the one that brought up the fact that Jesus did not have any, would not float him a wipe.
Yeah, but he
nap.
knew, but he recognized that Jesus always had a nap.
That's right.
But that wasn't the problem. The problem was that Jesus withheld naps.
I think you're missing it.
Yeah.
How? How am I possibly missing it?
Rippy didn't say one way or the other about whether it was right or wrong for
He just
Jesus
said James was mad
He
about
was just upset about
But
it.
Jesus did always have one.
He always had one.
That is very generous of you boys. And it went a little something like this. The crew receives a beautiful wooden box with a riddle in it. And then Batman comes out.
I put police officers in cages. Go to the safety deposit box.
Norman figured out that it's a puzzle box and figured out how to open it. Inside is a key. That unlocks the box. And inside that box is a key. It's a safety deposit box key. And so they go to the bank. Apparently this bank is like closing down or something. So it's good that they came, or they wouldn't have been able to do this. They go down to the vault, and the kid who's working that day pulls, there's a kid in the bank that pulls a fire alarm. When the fire alarm pulls, everything closes, including the vault. So they're stuck inside of the big old vault.
Sounds good so far.
They still open the box inside, and it's just a ton of letters, unaddressed and with no return info. They're love letters. And as they read them, Shane keeps kind of like remembering moments about her and Oliver. Like there are parts of their story that they're reading that reminds her of her and Oliver, and it's all romantic. And they're reading the letters back and forth. Oh, it's lovely. While all that's happening, it's the Colorado Miss Special Delivery pageant. If you thought that we were done with that, we are not.
It's like Glee and regionals.
And Rita moves on to the finals. Norman figures out what happened because he's smart, and he realizes that the bank that's across the street from where they're having the pageant is where Shane and Oliver are. And so he and Rita leaves before she even knows she's in the final, and they go over there. And so Oliver and Shane, they're reading the letters, they're going back and forth, and they find out that these two people fell in love. They got engaged, but the girl got really sick, and so she sent all the letters back to him so that he could have them, and that must have been who put those in the box. And they find out that who the guy's last name was in the final letter, where he says that he is coming to be by her side, and then there are no more letters. So Oliver and Shane are worried that they're going to die in the vault, and so they hug real good. He wrote a letter to his wife just in case he died. And Norman has a cousin that is able to get them out of the vault, and it turns out that they had plenty of air anyway. They were never going to die in the first place. They go to deliver the letters to the guy that they thought these letters belonged to, only it turns out that it was the guy's great-great-grandfather, and that those letters have been passed down, and he thought that the letters were lost for good. He can't wait to read them, and Shane and Oliver encourage him and his, I believe, wife to read them out loud to one another because it's very romantic. They don't say that, but you know. And the episode ends with Rita winning the competition and a fun little song. And that, my friends, was Signed, Sealed, Delivered, the Treasure Box.
We did it.
We did it, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Deck the Hallmark. All right, guys, we're back. We're talking Signed, Sealed, Delivered, Season 1, Episode 9, The Treasure Box. Excited to dive into this box with you and hear your thoughts on it. Will it be a treasure or will it be trash? Let's find out with my good friend Panda.
Wow, that was like planned good.
That was really good.
Thank you, guys.
That's the part of show prep that I did those off during. Nicely done.
Yeah, treasure all the way.
I got the clip. So I'll say...
Dude, you know what I was thinking
what's
is
that?
that you say, like, it's time to dive into this treasure box. Will it be a treasure or will it be... Grant, I'm giving you gold here. The least you can do is stay awake. Trace, just write it down
This
for
is so
him. It's so
boring.
unprofessional.
No,
Trace,
Dan, you're boring.
I'm boring?
Yeah, this is boring.
That's unbelievable.
It's
Trace,
not very
write
good.
it down, and then Brand will just read it off the cue cards.
Guys, that's embarrassing. I can't. Why do we keep playing that?
I don't
It's
know.
wild that we all lie about show prep now.
It's weird. Panda does it. Panda's just kind of there.
Panda said it was great.
Oh, that's right.
And then in the show prep, he said it was boring. That I was boring. We all lie. We're just show prep liars. Saw them live. Fantastic.
They
We've been
seem
catching
a little.
a lot of concerts.
Yeah, a
lately.
lot lately. Yeah,
They kind
they all
of.
played together.
They didn't seem super
No
prepared.
heresy allowed. Is there?
Panda, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, this episode is really solid, and the reason why it works really well is the entire premise of reading the love letters out loud to one another, stuck in a confined space, having nowhere to go, but just basically almost living out the romance through the letters between these two people. And it is beautiful and touching and emotional, and it works really well, that dynamic. The rest of this episode, though, I just don't think it works for me. It doesn't work for me
Doesn't work as television.
it's not the very fact that we're still doing this Miss Special Delivery thing, for me, I thought it was over. And so I was surprised that it was still happening. As much as I like bits and pieces of it, it's just this plot point has done played itself out. It is done.
It's what now?
It's done played itself out.
It done played itself.
Are you
out.
auditioning like for the next Medea movie? Like, what are you doing?
I stand by everything I said, and it done played itself out. And I did not like it. I also think this artificial fear of them dying in a situation where no one at any point was in danger, that's just not great. Like, if they're on all of a sudden bend where they're starting to lose oxygen, that becomes much more weighty. It becomes more fearful. None of that happens. And so what it essentially amounts to is people are locked in a confined space for several hours, and nothing, and their romance blossoms as a result. It's fine. It's not bad. The romance is carried, but that's just my hot take. It's fine episode. It's not the best that they've done.
But it's a treasure, not trash.
Treasure, not trash. It's not a trash episode.
Yeah.
It is a treasure, and I love this episode. All of it worked for me. I thought I was over in Miss Special Delivery, but I'm not. That song was a bop, and having the guy who teaches the dance classes back for more. Great.
Ramon?
Big fan of that.
I like that guy. Yep.
And I liked this. This is a bottle episode. And who doesn't love a good bottle episode?
It's kind of the bottle stuff worked.
I like the bottle
Yes, the
stuff.
bottle stuff
So, and I like that there was a letter element and there was a mystery element, but this, for what seemed like the first time, was the primary initiative of this episode was the forward progress of Shane and Oliver. That felt like the primary objective
Yes.
of the episode. And I like that as somebody who really, really loves those two. And I don't tend to ship people, but I'm ready for it. So this whole episode worked for me. I really liked it. It's not my favorite of the episodes, but it's on the upper echelon of episodes.
know the real word?
I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it go.
You do know the real word, right?
echelon.
There you go. Okay, good.
But it's on the upper echelon for me. So yeah, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, it's average for what we've seen this year. There are worse and better ones. These episodes all kind of fall into like 3 or 4 camps. It's like bad story and then bad character stuff, or not a lot of Oliver and Shane. Bad letter, a lot of Oliver and Shane. Good letter, a lot of Oliver and Shane. Good letter, not a lot. So like, in the grand scheme of things, the letter doesn't matter. Like, the best episodes to me, or the letters have value and have like they have earned emotion and like mean something, and you care, and you have them parallel what Oliver and Shane are doing, and Oliver gets to give some big soliloquy, and like those are the ones that are the most memorable ones to me. The masterpiece, the 9/11 episode, those two I think are my favorite 2 episodes. The letters in this episode are literally just a canvas for Oliver and Shane to do a clip show. Now, in any other context, I would say that that's a bad episode of television. But the thing that they have going for them is that Oliver and Shane are the two leads that are doing this. And Kristen Booth, Eric Mabius do a great job. And so their stuff works, even though it's a clip show of just old clips of them like thinking about each other. And then the letters itself hardly make sense and don't really match up, aside from they get to read them back and forth and play the parts, which I think is what everybody wants to see anyway. I hate the Miss Postal Service, whatever. I can't stand it. I can't believe it's still going on. That did not work at all for me. The fake danger didn't work at all. If they're actually in danger, there's no way they're being that calm and rational. So much of that is like, there's so much of that was a wait what, and then they announce at the end, just kidding, they had plenty of air, and it just makes it, all those wait whats disappear, but it makes it worse. Like it's like this fake gimmicky thing. And so a lot to like, a lot to dislike for me. Actually, not a lot to like. Just Mabius and Booth getting to act together for 20 or 30 minutes is the good stuff. The clip show aspect was lazy. The Miss Postal Service thing, don't care about. The fake danger, hated.
If this episode was
I don't agree with you about the clip. I didn't think that was lazy. I thought that worked with what they're doing.
If this episode was a soda, what soda would it be?
I tell you what it would be. It would be a Dr. Pepper Zero, and I'll tell you why. It's because you love Dr. Pepper Zero. I don't like Dr. Pepper Zero because it tastes close to Dr. Pepper, but then the rest of it just tastes like medicine. And so it's like it tastes like it should be good, but it's not good. That's what I'm giving it.
Absolutely patently ridiculous. Is the
what
best
soda would it be?
is the best. First of all, Dr. Pepper Zero is the best diet soda available on the market.
Take a deep breath, Panda. These are opinions.
No, it's not. No, because it's true.
It's okay,
Dan.
buddy.
There's no one who
It's
agrees
okay.
with you on
Just
planet Earth.
Just take a breath. What soda would it be for you, Panda?
Mountain Dew.
It'd be Mountain Dew.
Straight up?
Straight up
Mountain
The
Dew.
good
No,
stuff.
no code.
No chaser.
It's not Code Red good, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's
What
good.
would
It's
it be
not
for
great.
you, Brain?
I'm
Mountain Dew, no chaser. That's a tough beverage. You can't just get a Mountain Dew.
going with orange soda.
Time out. Fanta, Sunkist, give me a brand.
Orange Slice.
Don't you wanna?
Sure, orange Fanta.
Fanta.
Because it is not something
Crush.
that this is not an episode that I seek out.
Yeah.
But if I'm handed it to me,
yeah.
I'm jazzed.
Yeah.
And I take that first sip and I'm like, man, this is freaking good. Why don't I drink this more
Of
often?
the 9 that we've seen, I would probably rank this one 5th.
I'd have to give it a lot of thought and prayer. So
I'd probably rank this one 5th.
I'll probably spend the next 36 to 48 hours in my closet.
In the war room?
And then
Okay,
then I'll let you guys know. It's
Okay.
time for all the feels part. Shall we talk about what in this episode gave us feels? Panda, do you have any feels?
Just pretty much the entire time they're reading letters to one another. That was good feels. I also love the line where they're talking about Jason's batteries running out soon and being forced to converse with him. That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. That was real good. I love Oliver's love of a good letter. Like in this episode, when something happens in the letter, he's so invested. He gets this like big old smile, so jovial, so childlike. There's something about letters and a good letter and the way in which he responds to a good line or something joyful in a letter that is just so good. It's so good the way that he plays it, and I just adore it. Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I like the back and forth between Oliver and Shane. I think them getting a chance to read and watch the reaction and kind of make it the parallel. I also feel like for some reason I appreciated the scriptural references in this episode a lot. I know we've had a lot of fun here on the show. We had a lot of fun here at Deck the Hallmark, but Martha Williamson throws in a couple of scripture references in this episode without tying them directly
Hopefully
to the
nothing
Bible.
from James, am I right, boys?
No kidding. But she doesn't ever talk about the Bible and doesn't ever say that they're Bible verses. She just talks about the threefold strand and where your treasure is, but she doesn't ever do it and like make it some weird Bible treasure hunt. She just throws them out there and they work really well and they lend some gravity to what's going on. And I thought that was really good.
Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with the Wait What and more here on Deck the Hallmark. Hallmark. Welcome back to the program, citizens. It is time for the Wait What. It is where we talk about one of the simplest ways to go. Wait, what? Panda, what do you have, buddy?
Just a handful of things, bud.
More or less than 5?
Less than 5. Okay.
So handful's 5.
No, less than a handful.
Okay, good.
So kind of like holding something like by your
it's I've got a pinky squeeze.
So it could be kind of like a mug where you kind of you can
Pinky
hold a
squeeze full.
mug with like 2 fingers.
Yeah, like maybe yeah.
I feel like we're all going to have the same one or two here.
I don't know. Jason says
Derulo? Sorry, go ahead.
Jason Derulo.
He took a tumble down the stairs. Have you seen that picture?
I have. It's great. Sorry, go ahead.
That's too bad for him. I liked him. Jason,
he's alive.
oh, okay.
I liked him. Oh, he's still good, man.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Jason says he normally takes his nap after lunch, and then it cuts, and it's clearly nighttime. So I'm confused about when.
It is. The nighttime is after lunch.
It is,
true.
but fair. Absolutely. I'm confused about Miss Special Delivery and the ending of Miss Special Delivery. They ask the one lady who Rita's competing with. She's competing against 3 other people. They ask one of the ladies, answer this trivia question. She answers it correctly. And then they go to Rita and they were like, all right, Rita, if you get this question correct, you win.
You win. So what was her deal?
So what was the other lady? I am as like, what happened?
And if I understand this correctly, I know, Brain, you said she won it all, but I've got bad news. I'm pretty sure this was the Colorado one.
Yes, this goes to now nationally or maybe the West.
And then it goes to worldwide. Miss Special Delivery
Miss
Worldwide.
Mrs. Worldwide.
Speaking of Jason Derulo, he's been around the world. He doesn't speak any of the languages.
No.
What do you mean he doesn't speak any of the
He
languages?
doesn't speak the language.
How does he get around the world then? How can he possibly
Here's
do
the
that?
thing is he's got this passport.
What do you mean he has a pass?
He's got a passport. It's his passport.
Okay, that's fine.
And
I will say the fact that they let him into certain countries is odd.
Listen, but
because
he doesn't speak the language. But there are some things that don't need explaining.
That's true.
What do you
They
mean?
do
Like the bathroom? Like where's
That
you can figure that out?
Yeah.
A drink?
Drinks probably don't need explaining.
Anything? I can't think of anything else.
The booty.
The booty, really? No, now that I think about it, the booty really doesn't, huh?
Oh man.
Lipstick stains on the passport, huh?
Stamps. Lipstick stamps. No stains. They're lipstick stamps. Can we keep that in? I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of mine are logistical questions about the delivery pageant. I had the same question. It did seem like at the very end it was just who knows the best. Kind of like maybe it was like at the spelling bee or something, where like I don't know. I don't know how she ended up winning. But also they get everybody in there and they're like, now that everyone's here, only 5 will continue. What? Why are we all here? And then we're going to go in the other room next door for more of this. Why? Why is that happening? Now that everyone's here, some of you can go home.
That's right.
And then we're all going to go into this room and finish
They're
this
making it
sucker
up
off.
as they go along.
I was baffled by that whole thing. Dan?
Can we talk about this telephone in the bank vault that they're locked in? This phone can only call one number, and it's another phone that's just upstairs.
I don't know if that's a thing or
I
not.
feel like that's a thing.
That can't call 911?
I don't think so because it's a direct line.
It's a direct line.
Yeah.
And then my next question is if it's a direct line, since you know so much about banks.
Yeah.
Everyone just left the building and they do no like sort of accounting over who's in the vault. Like I'm concerned about this bank operating and taking citizens' money. If A, they send a guy who takes a nap after lunch and has been working for the company under 10 days down to the vault unaccompanied. That's one. 2, they do not have an account of who is in the vault at any given time. Yeah. Most bank vaults make you sign in and out, and they have an account of when you're there.
Well, this
how
bank's
long you're
closing.
there.
So
No, there's a fire drill, and then they never
I'm just
go
saying
back
this bank
inside.
is closing the actual bank
The actual bank is
is
closing.
shutting down.
So that means they're just not following any
The
protocol.
policies and procedures are out the window.
Out the window for this.
You're just getting employees like this guy.
I just don't think there's any.
Hey, someone say
world-
phone call?
And then and what?
Did someone say phone call?
Who is this?
Is that you, Cody?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
Friends?
I got a phone call.
Cody, what's going on,
This
man?
it seems like
What?
someone requested you to call.
Yeah,
Someone did.
Brian Harrell.
God.
Hey, guys,
Brian
how's it
Kick
going,
Rocks.
everybody? What?
Cody, what's
Did
up,
someone
buddy?
say phone call?
You are in what penitentiary are you in?
St. Lars.
St. Lars. Got it. You have been coordinating some Ultimate Frisbee events around the country from prison.
That's exactly
It's a really
right.
Eugene Debs
We're-
situation.
We're
You,
doing. Some people have given up stuff for Lent. We haven't.
Okay.
we're
You've
doing-
not giving up anything for Lent.
We're actually doing more Frisbee than ever before. We're doing it every day of Lent. Frisbee extravaganza large.
Cody, it's so crazy how your voice sounds different every time
What do you
I
mean?
talk to you.
What do you mean?
It just sounds like a different person every time. I wish we could play them back to back to back.
We can't. So tomorrow, do you guys want to hear it?
I do.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
we're going up to New England, general area.
Wait, you're going up personally?
No, not me.
His people. He's got
Like
people on the
my-
ground.
the crew.
He's got foot soldiers.
We're doing 8v4 Niners Kaepernick.
Niners Kaepernick? What are the rules?
8v4 Niners cap.
I don't know, but whatever you do, don't kneel.
Gosh. What are we doing right now? This is not an episode we can air.
Guys, I gotta go.
That's all you got. Just a quick Kaepernick bomb in there, and we just move on, I guess. Good gosh, man.
First, you assault James.
Who?
Dan does. or something.
Does. Yes, Dan does.
My other wait what
Yeah, go ahead.
is that she wins the pageant after that girl gets it right. They go into a song and dance, and all the other contestants know all the moves to be a backup dancer.
Yep.
And they all are cool with doing
Yep.
it, even though they just lost the pageant.
Yeah, wild.
What in the world's happening there? They all lost, and they're like, listen, I know I lost. I'm really upset. I still got to do all these moves. They know all the moves of the song Ramon's singing. They're in there. They're doing their bit, and they're committed.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that was a thing. That's all I had.
Yeah, well, you took all that time to learn the dance. You got to do the dance.
Got-
Why
do the
did they
dance.
learn the dance?
Because in case they lost.
Because you,
Hey, in case you lose,
you're
gonna
gonna need to know this dance. You're gonna need to know this dance. We did, everybody. Congratulations! It is time for the postal worker of the week.
Yes.
Who do we have this week, Dan?
Gil Benson.
Gil Benson.
Yeah, Gil Benson. He's
Where's he
from
from?
Topeka, Kansas.
Fantastic.
His postal service number is all 6 of them.
All 6
That's
of them.
what he told me to say. I think that means 333-333.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would assume it means.
All 6 of them.
All 6 of them.
Great. Panda, you did the research. Tell me about Gil.
Yeah, Gil's a good dude. I really like him. Gil, not his real name. They gave him that nickname Gil because he likes mailing fish in the mail.
Mailing
likes-
fish in the mail as opposed to mailing fish.
Well, and normally like packages or like dry. He just puts them right in the envelope and ships them.
With no water?
Yeah,
So why they call him Gil?
it's just a post office thing, I
He
guess.
just mails dead fish. Is he in the mafia? How did he get on the show? He mails dead fish to people? This is like an actual crime.
Well, I don't know. It's not just like, I mean, you can't have big fish being stuffed in the envelope. There tend to be a
A
little
wise
bit
man
smaller.
once told me that you can't ship fish because of the pressure.
That's true. You can't. That is a wisdom right there. You can't fly them.
Dan, I don't know if you know this or not, but all 6 of them.
All
so
6 of them.
that tells you everything that you know.
Yep.
Do we have a clip of Gil?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this little itty bitty body right in this envelope.
Did we just record Gil doing his job? That's never how we've done this ever. It's still playing, Trace.
Oh, then I'm going to go ahead and take this big boy. He's a big boy. This has got to be a catfish.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a catfish.
That's a big boy.
I'm going to need a big envelope.
Here's the one.
All right, thank you. Go put it.
Gil, you mailing fish again?
Oh,
You better not be. Listen here, threes, all 6 of them.
oh no.
Don't you mail another fish,
You got
or you'll be swimming with the fishes.
That's my line.
That's his line, guys.
God, but Postables, thank you for.
Guys, we got multiple people that emailed in that explained, gave me like actually felt good about this.
Yes.
So right before Rita says Postables, Norman says The Incredibles. So she took Post and then made it like The Incredibles.
Okay.
And made it Postables.
That's great. I like
Good
that.
answer.
That's great.
That I feel like is
Now
a
we
helpful
know.
answer.
Now we
like
know.
they're incredible postables.
That's exactly right.
yeah, that's great.
They're incredible
I think it's
Postables.
fantastic.
We did it, everybody. Congratulations. We're going to be back next week with more fun. Until then, maybe we'll be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here at the studio. Feel free to listen. Feel free to turn it off, whatever you want to. But either way, thanks so much for your support.
Becoming your strongest financial self? Good plan. Northwestern Mutual's guide to good financial planning can help you balance spending and saving, set goals, and start creating the life you want to be living. Get it today at northwesternmutual.com/goodplan. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.